Once upon a time in a bustling coastal town called Harbourview, there lived a young man named Alex who was 29 years old. He had been married to his wife, Elena, for 3 years. They had met in college, where Alex was studying graphic design and Elena was pursuing a degree in business. Their early days were filled with laughter, spontaneous road trips, and dreams of building a life together. Alex remembered how Elena's eyes would light up when he surprised her with handmade sketches of their future home, and how they would stay up late talking about everything from favorite movies to life goals. But as time passed, the warmth faded, replaced by a chill that Alex couldn't shake. It started subtly. Elena began pointing out small things. "Alex, why didn't you fold the laundry the way I like it? It's not that hard." At first, Alex laughed it off, thinking she was just stressed from her demanding job at a marketing firm. He tried harder, waking up early to make her coffee just the way she preferred, black with a hint of cinnamon. But soon the criticisms grew sharper. "You're so careless with money," she'd say when he bought a new sketchpad for his freelance work. "Do you even think about our future?" Her tone turned accusatory, laced with frustration that made Alex's stomach twist. Alex loved Elena deeply. He had always been the romantic type, writing her notes and planning date nights to keep the spark alive. But no matter what he did, it never seemed enough. One evening, after a long day at his studio, he came home to find Elena waiting with crossed arms. "You forgot to pick up the dry cleaning again. How am I supposed to rely on you?" she snapped. Alex apologized profusely, explaining that a client meeting had run late, but she rolled her eyes. "Excuses, always excuses. You're so self-absorbed, Alex. It's like you don't care about me or this marriage." That night, Alex lay awake, staring at the ceiling. He felt a deep sadness welling up inside him. Why did everything he did feel wrong? He replayed their conversations in his mind, wondering if he really was selfish. The next morning he made breakfast, pancakes with fresh berries, her favorite, and set the table with flowers from the garden. Elena took one bite and pushed the plate away. "These are too sweet. Can't you do anything right?" Tears strung Alex's eyes, but he blinked them back, not wanting to seem weak. As weeks turned into months, the pattern worsened. Elena's family lived nearby, and she often compared Alex to her brother-in-law, who was so successful and attentive. "Why can't you be more like him?" she'd ask. Alex started avoiding social gatherings with her family, fearing the subtle digs. He stopped pursuing his passion for art, convinced it was a waste of time that took away from supporting her. Instead, he took on extra freelance gigs, even ones he hated, just to prove he was contributing. But Elena still complained. "You're always working late. Do you even want to spend time with me?" Alex began to doubt himself profoundly. He looked in the mirror and saw a stranger, someone tired, diminished, unworthy. He stopped buying things for himself, like new clothes or books, because Elena might call him extravagant. He hesitated to take breaks, fearing she'd label him lazy. Even simple joys like jogging by the sea felt guilty pleasures. "What if she needs me?" he'd think. The fear crept in like fog over the harbor, making him anxious about every decision. One particularly bad day, after Elena berated him for not remembering to book tickets for her friend's wedding, Alex retreated to the spare room they used as his makeshift studio. He sat on the floor amid scattered sketches, tears streaming down his face. "What's wrong with me?" he whispered. He thought about all the times he'd tried to express his feelings only to be met with dismissal. "You're overreacting," she'd say. "This is just how relationships are." Deep down, Alex knew it wasn't right. He craved acceptance, to be loved for his quirks, the way he hummed while drawing, his love for old vinyl records, his quiet introspection. That evening, Elena found him there. Crying again. "God, Alex, you're so emotional. Everything's always about your feelings." He tried to explain. "I'm trying, Elena. I really am. I just want us to be happy." but she shook her head. If you tried harder, we would be. She left the room, and Alex felt a profound loneliness settle over him, heavier than the ocean waves crashing outside. In the days that followed, Alex hit a breaking point. He remembered a quote from a book he'd read long ago. "You can't pour from an empty cup." It resonated. He started small, taking a solo walk along the beach at dawn, feeling the sand between his toes and the salt air clearing his mind. He picked up his sketchpad again, drawing not for clients but for himself, seascapes that captured the turmoil in his heart. He reached out to old friends, joining a local art group where people appreciated his talent without judgment. Elena noticed the changes and didn't approve. "What's gotten into you? You're acting distant. What happened to the man I married, the one who put me first?" Her words strung, but Alex felt a spark of resolve. "I need to put myself first sometimes too," he replied calmly. For the first time, he didn't back down when she argued. He suggested couples counseling, but she dismissed it as unnecessary drama. As Alex focused on self-care, he rediscovered joys he'd forgotten. He enrolled in an online course on digital illustration, something he'd always wanted to try. He volunteered at a community center, teaching kids to draw, which filled him with purpose. Slowly, his confidence returned. He laughed more, slept better, and even started journaling his thoughts, a way to process the pain without bottling it up. But the marriage strained under the shift. Elena grew more distant, accusing him of changing too much. One night over dinner, Alex opened up fully. "I love you, Elena, but I can't keep dimming my light to make yours shine brighter. I need to feel valued as I am." She stared at him, silent for a moment, then said, "Maybe you're right, maybe we've both changed." It was the first crack in her armor, a hint of vulnerability. They began talking more openly about their fears, their expectations. Elena admitted her job stress had made her lash out, and Alex shared how her words had eroded his self-worth. It wasn't an overnight fix. There were still arguments, still moments of doubt. They attended therapy together, learning to communicate without blame. Alex encouraged Elena to pursue her own hobbies like yoga, which helped her unwind. Months later, things weren't perfect, but they were better. Alex felt seen, not just as a husband, but as a person. He continued nurturing himself, running marathons, exhibiting his art locally, and Elena supported him, even attending his shows. Their home filled with new energy, shared cooking experiments, weekend hikes, and honest conversations. Looking back, Alex realized the journey had taught him a vital lesson. True love starts with self-love. He was enough, always had been. And in embracing that, he not only saved himself but gave their marriage a fighting chance. Whether it lasted forever or not, Alex knew he could face whatever came next, with strength, with heart, and with the knowledge that he deserved happiness. In the end, Alex's story became an inspiration to his friends and the kids he mentored. He even started a blog about personal growth in relationships, sharing anonymized versions of his experiences. Life in Harborview went on, waves ebbing and flowing, but Alex stood taller, ready for the tide.